Do you know that saying that goes like, "Not everything that glitters is gold"? The question now is, how do I tell between the real and the fake? How do I spot out the difference? There are instructions, things to know and adhere to, signs that once you observe, the real will stand out from the fake to you. Signs. What an important word. Signs. There are several signs to look out for in our everyday lives. Road signs, hall signs, company signs, car park signs, pack signs, beach signs, and many more signs. Life is full of signs, and these signs are meant to draw us to caution, to bring our notice to what to obey and how to reap the benefits. They tell us things to avoid and how to evade the consequences. Signs show up at every interval of our every lives, and they are meant to be pointers towards existing things or futuristic things, which are what you will see as you move along, or signs are meant to give you instructions and guidance. They tell you what's happening and bring you to the awareness of your immediate surrounding. Even God speaks to us through signs. This is what the Bible stated in Mark chapter 16 and verse 17. "And these signs shall follow them that believe." When God wants to show His mighty power in the life of an individual, He uses signs. When God wants to call your attention to certain aspects of your life, He uses signs. This also applies to every angle and facet of life. God always uses signs to speak, because not everyone fully grasped the wisdom on how to listen for God's voice, and so our loving Father resigns to using signs so as to bring to light happenings in our lives, put right and wrong. No loving Father wants to see wrong come to the life of others of His child, and neither will He fold His arms and watch you walk away from the right. This brings us to what we're talking about today, and relationships. A lot of people just want to be somewhere with someone and do not want to know if that person is right or wrong for them, which is why God intervenes and warns us. So when God is warning you about someone, you will see certain things. These signs are meant to tell you to back up from that person, to avoid that person and give yourself peace. So what are these signs to look out for in your everyday dealings with people? But in relationships, the workplace, anywhere at all, these signs will show you that God is warning you about this person. Number 1. Unease. God naturally makes you uneasy when they show up. This is someone that you usually have fun moments with, that you constantly have dealings with, but all of a sudden you notice that the unease you have felt around this person before, instead of going away, keeps increasing. Then, this is God nudging in your heart to keep off, because God will not fold His arms and watch you put yourself into the wrong hands. And that is why if you talk with godly people who some things have happened to, one thing they will always tell you is that my spirit felt uneasy, or something in my spirit kept telling me to stay away or walk away, but I didn't obey. There is always an unrest and an uneasy feeling. When God is warning. Number 2, dissatisfaction. Once you notice that there is a growing dissatisfaction or unattraction or so with a person, why force yourself into it so that you can cope? This could be a sign from God, telling you, I am not in the midst of that. So why force yourself? Why force a thing or relationship with someone that even your spirit, soul, and body does not attract or accept? It is a clear sign, unless God tells you otherwise. As a godly person, take note that everything about you is wired to a frequency of your Maker and is prone to react. When someone or something from another frequency shows up, be sensitive, because even your makeup is sensitive. Number 3. Joy gives way. There are people that you notice that since they came into your life, joy gives way to constant bitterness, sadness, tears, pains, and a lot. Once you notice that this is the case, since this person came, mock that person and have nothing to do with such a person. Avoid them totally. Jesus came to the earth, but didn't move with them. Everyone. He chose 12. Even when the 120 came, imagine out of the thousands and more that He came across in His life and ministry, He had a few by His side. You don't need everyone in your life. And you definitely don't need to hang around just about anyone, probably because everyone speaks highly of them, or everyone hangs around them. Find your crowd and be happy. Find your friend and have joy. Number 4. True nature comes to light. One thing that God always does when He is warning you about a person is that He will show you vividly who this person is. No matter how good of a pretender a person is, one day there will be a slip-up. The question now is this: when God shows you, will you take note and flee? Sometimes we become too relaxed with the wrong crowd that when they even slip up or show their true form, you make excuses for them. And then it happens again, and you still make excuses, and God still continues to show you, but you turn a deaf ear to instructions. There is never a way for you to say that you can't. You never saw an atom of negativity before the worst happened. You only ignored the science that led to that point. God always causes slip-ups to happen, to expose the wolf behind the sheep mask. Number 5. Jealousy. Once you notice that a person is jealous of you or your achievements and becomes resentful or competitive, this is a sign to run. A jealous person is the worst person to keep around you. Please avoid that person. Move away from that company and have your peace. Number 6. Insincerity. One sign that when God shows you about a person that should make you run far away from them is this thing called insincerity. Insincerity. An insincere person could land you in serious trouble. An insincere person could make life something else for you. Avoid insincere people with everything in you. Avoid them like a plague. Number 7. Throw it. Matthew chapter 5, verse 37 says, "Let your yes be yes and your no for what? Whatever is more than these is from the evil one." So if someone's yes isn't a yes, and their no cannot be trusted, or that they are somewhere in between, then please avoid such. If a person cannot be trusted in words, then they cannot be trusted in anything else. Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 24 says, "Put away from thee a forward mouth, and perverse leaps, but far away from the number 8 integrity becomes questionable." Once you notice that a person's integrity or character has become questionable, their dealings unsure, and all that is a clear sign to avoid that person. A person of integrity is to be revered, respected and loved, but a person of questionable character fleeing. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 1 says, "A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold." If you stick around such, then trouble is coming your way real soon. All these are more signs. When God is warning you about someone, you will do yourself well to avoid such a person. Continuing with such people will bring you nothing but pain and harm. So why wait to see the outcome when you could easily avoid it? There are a lot that you can save yourself from if you only avoided it. When you notice threats and signs in the first place, do not be caught or be in sorry or regret before you take these words as wisdom. Remember Ecclesiastes chapter 10 in verse 10b. It says, "But wisdom is profitable to direct. Do not wait till the evil days come before you heed the Lord's warning." God speaks constantly. The question is, are we listening? My candid advice is, do not close your eyes to these signs. They will save you in the days to come. If this video has blessed you, please like, subscribe, and share with someone.